Hi, this is Mr. Shumway. This video clip explains some basics of starting to fill out tax forms, at least get familiar with some of it. So you'll receive a form from your employer at the end of the year. Well, so it'll be like in January probably, for the last year. And it'll look something like this. So this will be your Social Security number. This will be how much you earned, and there's how much tax has been taken out, things like that. So let's say you're married with 3 children, and you have 5 exemptions, you and your spouse, and then your 3 children. So one of the things on the form will say multiply the number of exemptions by 4,000, for example. So we'll have our 4,000, we'll multiply by our 5 exemptions, and we get 20,000. And then we subtract that from our income. So we'll have our 4,000 or $44,814, and we'll subtract our 20,000, which is subtracted because they say, well, that's how much you're going to need to take care of your children. We don't want to tax that. Above that, yeah, we'll tax that. So we'll go ahead and subtract that. So $24,814. $24,814. So this would be considered your taxable income. And so let's give some more different numbers. Let's say this time we have 4 children, so 6 exemptions. And so we subtract the 6 times 4,000 from how much we earned. So let's find out what 6 times 4,000 is first. So that's going to be 24. Whoops, that was 40,000. We'll go ahead and erase that. So $24,000 I can subtract from my wages, which are in box 1. They'll tell you what box to look in to find the right number. So we'll take our 43,199 and we'll subtract our 24,000. And that will give us, and then 43 minus 24 will be 19. So 19,199. And so then we can use that number, that's our taxable income, to look up in a table. And let's say we look up in the table and it says we need to pay $3,316 of tax. We look and see how much has been withheld already, and we need to subtract what has been withheld already to see how much we still owe. So we were supposed to pay $3,316. We've only paid, well, they've held out already $2,795. So we still owe 6 take away 5 is 1. We're going to have to borrow, make that an 11. So this will be a 2. 11 take away 9 is 2. We're going to have to borrow and make that a 12. 12 take away 7 is 5. So $521 we still owe. And so we write out a check and send that in. And then we can be caught up on our taxes. If you don't, then they will charge you interest on that, and they will get a hold of you several years down the road and charge you that plus about that much in fees and interest. Ask me how I know. So let's do another example. Say we don't have any children, so there's just 2 exemptions. So 2 times 4,000. So that'll be our $8,000. And we're going to subtract that from our 44,000. and $67. And I guess we could, since this is 51 cents, that we could round that up to 8. And so 8, 6, 0, 14 take away 8 is 6. So $36,068 would be our taxable income. And then they have withheld 2,500. Oh no, that's not the one they've withheld. They've withheld this one. They've withheld $4,670. So we're going to get some back. So we take our, give us some room here. $4,670, and we're going to subtract our. Wait, not yet. Oh, we're going to subtract. We look up in a table and we find that we're supposed to pay $3,629, and we've already paid $4,670. So we'll subtract our 3,629. 10 take away 9 is 1, so that I borrowed from that, so that becomes a 6. Take away 2 is 4. 6 take away 6 is 0. 4 take away 3 is 1. So they will pay us $1,041. We just have to turn our tax form in, and then we will get a return. So let's go back one slide. So I made a mistake on the federal tax withheld. I said that they had withheld $2,000. That is Medicare or Social Security. So what they have actually withheld is $506, closer to $507. So we are supposed to pay $3,316. And we have paid $507. So if we subtract that, 16 take away 7 is 9. And 13 take away 5 is 8. And 2. 2,809. That would be what we owe still, so we have to write out a check for that much.